This video we will be talking about split toning panel in Lightroom, what it does and how to use it. Split toning panel is used to add different colors to different tones of our image, basically highlight and shadows. We can add separate color or separate tone in the highlights and shadows part. To do that, we have these two sliders, hue and saturation. Hue is used to select that color that we want to add, and the saturation controls its intensity as we are seeing in here. Same thing with shadows. The hue, we select the color that we want to add to the shadows part of our image, and saturation controls its intensity. We have another way of selecting the color by using this rectangular button. By clicking on it, it will show a panel with different colors and their different saturations. You can see that visually in here. If we change to different colors, their hue and saturation values varies and differs, as we are seeing in here. So let's say I want to add yellowish orange color to the highlights part of this image. What I can do is I can select the color from here, and it will automatically select its saturations too. So as we are seeing, we have added the color that we have selected in the highlights. And another way to do that is by this slider. For example, I'll add this magenta-ish color to the image. I select that and I can control its intensity as I desired or looks good for an image. Same thing for the shadows. We want to add the color blue to our shadows. I'll select the blues and we see that the saturation is too much. We can decrease the saturation by this slider too in here. As we're seeing, by changing that, we are seeing different results in our image. So this is the before and this is the after of adding split toning to our image. And by the way, we can use these buttons to disable the effects of a effect which we have added in every panel. So this balance slider is used to balance between the colors that are added in the highlights and shadows. If we go to the left side, we will be adding the shadows, the colors that we have added to the shadows to the whole image. And if we go to the right side, we will be adding the color that we have selected for the highlights to all of the image. So basically it decreases or increases the colors that we have added for the shadows or the highlights. If we use this panel creatively and know what to do and what colors work with each other, this panel, this tool can help you level up your editing and make your artwork, your images, or your photographs uniform and create your own style, so that if a person sees your images, they will immediately recognize that it's your work because you have uniform look and style to all of your images. So the split toning is used to create your own image style and make your images or the work or photographs recognizable across all the platforms. For example, especially in these days in Instagram, we see that the profiles that have separate, or we can say that have uniform or consistent look to it, is very famous and will get much more likes and comments and engagement than the profiles that the images don't match with each other and don't have the same consistent look. So if you want to create that consistent look, split toning can be a very powerful tool. So the most important part and split toning is to know which colors match with each other or which color goes with each other and is pleasing to the eye. For that, we use the color wheel. And generally, the colors that are opposite to each other match with each other perfectly and will cancel each other out. Also, the colors that are neighbor to each other also works well. As you're seeing in the color wheels that I've shown you, and keep the colors in mind. And next time while adding split toning, remember to add opposite colors and your results will be much more better. For example, the most famous look right these days is orange and cyan, and we will see how to create that. I'll add orange to the highlights and the color cyan to the shadows. As I said before, be careful with the saturations, and just like this, orange and cyan. And remember that the split toning won't work the best for all the photographs. For example, it will look better and it will look pleasing in some photos, but in other photos, it might not work. So it's your job to find out which colors work for each specific image. In the next lecture, we will be learning how to create famous looks using split toning in Lightroom.